The man who would not leave her. The storm on planet Cryos 7 was strong enough to erase a city. In the first 10 seconds, one truth became clear. A single human was walking through a frozen alien world, carrying an unconscious alien woman on his back, and he had no idea that the fate of an entire galaxy depended on that choice. Lieutenant Adrian Cole had already decided he would probably die. The research outpost behind him was gone. A gravitational shockwave had shattered the entire station, leaving only twisted metal buried beneath kilometers of snow and ice. Every escape shuttle had launched before he reached the landing bay. Every shuttle except one. And that one had crashed. Now the beacon from the damaged rescue ship blinked weakly somewhere across the endless white wasteland. 8 kilometers away. Adrian shifted the weight on his shoulders. The alien woman he carried was light, but after hours of walking through knee-deep snow, even light felt heavy. Her silver hair whipped wildly in the storm behind his helmet. Still alive. Adrian muttered quietly. A faint breath touched the back of his neck. Good. He kept walking. Most humans would have left her behind. Adrian understood that perfectly. She was not human. Her long ears and glowing skin made that obvious. Her suit was made from strange shimmering fabric he had never seen before. She was an alien. And right now she was unconscious. But when Adrian had found her buried under the wreckage outside the station dome, she had still been breathing. That was enough. Because humans had a strange habit. When someone was alive, humans tried to save them. Even if it was stupid. Even if it was impossible. Even if the entire frozen planet seemed determined to kill them both. The wind screamed louder. Adrian leaned forward and kept moving. His visor displayed warning after warning. Temperature critical. Energy low. Ice shelf instability detected. Yeah, he muttered. Working on it. Behind him, the distant ruins of the station vanished inside the storm. The alien woman suddenly shifted slightly. Her fingers tightened weakly around his shoulder. You speak aloud often, she whispered. Adrian nearly tripped. Well, that's new, he said. Her voice was soft, but clear. Where are we? Middle of nowhere, Adrian replied. Cold planet. Bad weather. Terrible vacation spot. Silence followed. Then she asked the most unexpected question. Why are you carrying me? Adrian blinked. Because you're injured. That is inefficient. Yeah, he said. Humans do that a lot. She was quiet again. But Adrian noticed something strange. Her grip on his shoulder had become stronger. Much stronger. They continued forward. The storm grew worse. Visibility dropped to almost nothing. But Adrian kept moving toward the blinking rescue beacon. Then the ice beneath his feet trembled. A deep vibration rolled through the frozen ground. Adrian froze. That's not good. Cracks spread across the ice like lightning. The alien woman spoke again, her voice suddenly sharper. Move. Now. Adrian didn't argue. He ran. The ice behind them shattered. A massive section of the frozen shelf collapsed into darkness. Chunks of ice the size of vehicles crashed into the abyss below. Adrian sprinted forward, heart pounding. The ground finally stabilized. He stopped, breathing heavily. Well, he said. That almost ruined my day. The alien woman was silent for a moment. Then she said something strange. You adapt quickly. Adrian shrugged. Human specialty. Another hour passed. The storm began to weaken slightly. And through the swirling snow, Adrian finally saw it. The rescue ship. Half buried in ice. But still intact. Adrian smiled. Best sight I've seen all day. But before he could take another step, 3 black shapes descended from the clouds. Drones. Alien drones. Their red sensors locked instantly onto Adrian. Weapons powered up. The alien woman whispered urgently. They have found us. Adrian sighed. Yeah, that seems likely. The first drone fired. A beam of energy slammed into the ice beside him. Adrian dove sideways, shielding her with his body. He pulled a flare grenade from his belt. Let's try something creative. He threw it. The flare exploded in a blinding flash of white light. The drone's sensors overloaded. They swerved wildly. Adrian ran straight through them. The drones recovered quickly. 2 chased him. 1 fired again. The beam sliced across Adrian's shoulder armor. He gritted his teeth but didn't stop. The rescue ship was only a few hundred meters away. Another drone dove toward him. Adrian grabbed the emergency pulse device from his medical kit. He slammed it into the ice. The EMP pulse exploded outward. 2 drones dropped instantly. The third spun out of control and vanished into the storm. Adrian collapsed against the rescue ship hatch. He laughed weakly. Well, that was exciting. The alien woman slowly slid off his back as he opened the hatch. Inside, dim lights flickered. The ship still had power. Adrian helped her sit down inside. For the first time, he could see her clearly. Her eyes glowed faintly blue. Not human. Not even close. But strangely calm. She studied him carefully. You carried me across a death world, she said softly. Adrian shrugged. Seemed like the polite thing to do. She watched him for a long moment. Then she spoke words that would change everything. My name is Lyra Vallin. Adrian nodded. Nice to meet you. She continued quietly. I am the Empress of the Aurelian Star Empire. Adrian blinked. Then he said the only logical human response. You're kidding. Lyra shook her head slowly. No. And suddenly Adrian Cole realized something terrifying. The entire alien empire was looking for her. The Empress who chose a human. When Adrian learned the truth, the situation became far worse. Because if Lyra Vallin was truly the Empress of the Aurelian Empire, then the drones hunting them were not random. They were assassins. And someone very powerful wanted her dead. Inside the rescue ship, Adrian worked quickly. He sealed the hatch and activated the emergency systems. Power levels were low. Life support was barely stable. But the ship would hold. For now. Lyra sat quietly on the medical bench while Adrian scanned her injuries. You're lucky, he said. Just bruising and mild trauma. She tilted her head slightly. You risked your life for someone you believed was a stranger. Adrian shrugged again. Human habit. Lyra studied him with deep curiosity. You are different from what we expected. That sentence made Adrian pause. What do you mean? Lyra hesitated. Then she spoke honestly. For centuries, the Aurelian Empire has studied humanity. Adrian blinked. Wait, you've been watching us? Yes. That's mildly creepy. Lyra ignored the comment. Our analysts believed humans were reckless, emotional, and primitive. Adrian smiled. They weren't completely wrong. But they also said something else, Lyra continued. They said humans were dangerous. Adrian raised an eyebrow. Dangerous. Lyra nodded slowly. Because humans survive things that should kill them. Adrian laughed. Well, today's example probably supports that theory. Lyra's expression became serious again. My own fleet betrayed me. Adrian stopped moving. Your fleet? Yes. The drones that attacked us belong to my own military. That was bad. Very bad. Why would your own army attack their Empress? Adrian asked. Lyra looked toward the frozen horizon outside the ship. Because someone has taken control of the Empire. Adrian exhaled slowly. So, galaxy-level political crisis. Yes. And you're the only one who can stop it. Yes. Adrian rubbed his face. Fantastic. But then something unexpected happened. Lyra smiled slightly. And now they have another problem. Adrian frowned. What problem? She looked directly at him. You. Adrian blinked again. Me. Yes. Why would they care about me? Lyra spoke calmly. Because one human has already destroyed 3 assassination drones. Adrian glanced at the window. Well, 2.5. Lyra shook her head. They will see that differently. Outside the storm began to calm. But new lights appeared in the sky. More drones. Many more. Adrian stared upward. Oh, that's not good. Lyra stood up slowly. They have located us. Adrian grabbed his gear. Well, then we should probably leave. Lyra tilted her head again. Leave where? Adrian grinned. Human territory. Lyra's eyes widened slightly. Your species would shelter me. Adrian answered simply. Humans have a rule. What rule? If someone tries to kill our guest. His grin widened. We usually take that personally. The galaxy learns a human lesson. The alien fleet arrived 3 hours later. Massive warships appeared above the frozen planet. Their weapons pointed directly at the small rescue ship. Inside the cockpit, Adrian stared at the radar screen. Well, he said quietly. That escalated quickly. Lyra remained calm. They will demand my surrender. Adrian leaned back in the pilot seat. And if you refuse? They will destroy this ship. Adrian nodded slowly. Fair. But then he activated the ship's communication system. A signal broadcast across space. Not to the alien fleet. But to Earth. Thousands of light years away. Lyra watched with curiosity. What are you doing? Adrian smiled. Calling friends. 5 minutes passed. Then the alien fleet opened communication. A cold mechanical voice spoke. Empress Lyra Vallin. Surrender immediately. Lyra stepped forward. I refuse. The alien commander laughed. You have no army. Adrian leaned into the microphone. Actually. He checked the signal timer. We might. The alien commander hesitated. Explain. Adrian smiled again. You've been watching humanity for centuries, right? Yes. Then you should know something. What? Adrian leaned closer to the microphone. Humans are very protective of their friends. At that exact moment, space tore open above Cryos 7. Hundreds of human ships jumped out of hyperspace. Earth's defense fleet. The alien commander froze. Lyra stared in shock. Adrian waved at the view screen. Hi. The human fleet commander appeared on screen. Adrian, what did you do this time? Adrian shrugged. Rescued an Empress. The commander sighed. You always bring home interesting problems. Behind him, thousands of human warships locked weapons onto the alien fleet. The message was clear. Humans had arrived. And humans did not abandon their friends. The alien commander understood immediately. You would risk war for her. Adrian answered calmly. Humans have done far worse for far less. Silence filled space. Then the alien fleet slowly powered down its weapons. Lyra looked at Adrian with deep amazement. Your species truly is dangerous. Adrian smiled. Yeah. Then he added one final human truth. But mostly. We just don't like bullies. And from that day forward, every alien civilization remembered the same lesson. Never underestimate a human who decides to help someone. Because one human can carry more than just a wounded stranger. Sometimes, he carries an entire empire.